Yo. So, we're gonna be continuing the tank versus tank series. It's been successful. So today we have the MAUS, and it's known as a rammer. It's gonna be competing up against another German heavy tank, also known as the E100. Wait, did someone say one? Oh.
A few moments later.
No, number one triggers me from last episode. Oh, you should watch that video. But I'm just kidding. Let's get up to bat. Get it? So, let's start off with the E100. Let's look at it. Analytically, 95 protection, pretty good. It's almost at the top. Hit points 2,300, 200 less than the MAUS. The hull armor, it's decent, has some bounces here and there. Turret armor, not good at all. Just maneuverability, it's definitely better, both traverse speed and turret traverse, than the MAUS. But firepower, the standard shell damage with the upgraded gun is around 800 damage. Rate of fire 4.9 rounds per minute, not too good. As I said, turret armor just non-existent on the cheeks when someone just is spamming heat at you. And suspension, that kind of stuff, doesn't matter too much. As you see, 100 MAUS, E100 MAUS, both different sizes. So let's look at this. The MAUS has 100% protection most in the game. Firepower, shot effectiveness basically has the stock E100 gun. Maneuverability is not the best, but I mean the turret armor, both of these tanks have very bad cheeks. But I mean, look at the standard shell damage. It gets off around more, but it only can do max of 573-ish, so not too good. But I mean, the armor just it does amazing. But let's look at a game in the MAUS to start off this. I purely love the MAUS for it just being a tank that you can play like an utter idiot and you can still somehow get away with it. So I picked this game just for that reason, not for me doing over 5,000 damage, getting mastery. This is just me playing like an idiot in one of those games that you get every now and then and just somehow surviving. So as you'll see early on in this game, I don't even know what happens. I try to shoot the FE183, he bounces and I missed him, and then just this AMX is pounding shots into me. But then I decide, hey, why not push? You know, rocks are impenetrable. I try to push up towards this rock and I'll be using it as my best friend during the video. Over here, I see the AMX. I want to focus on him just in case he turns. I pump some shots into him, then I make this STI. It seems like he wants me really bad. But AMX is priority number one, so I keep focusing on him, you know. STI, man, won't get off of me. I see a Centurion, I push onto him, but you know, the hut wants me more, so I give it to him, you know. AMX almost dead. I want to make sure he's gone before I focus on this guy. I take out this AMX right here, boom. Over here I want to show you guys how to angle this MAUS. So as the STI pushes me, you gotta angle right just a tiny bit to the left of that circle, or vice versa, based on the side that your turret is facing. Next up, I want to focus on the Centurion, you know, make sure it doesn't get me, but then I noticed there's the hammer. So I'm like, but the Centurion is more in the open, and I saw the hammer backed up, but he did pop HE, which I'm happy about, rather than an AP round or anything like that. Centurion's taken out, and I decide, hey, why not take out the IS-8? You know, he's shown himself. I get him. Hammer looks like he was looking for me, so I decide to hide behind the rock, and I try to angle myself, but there's no point as the IS-8 backs down. So I see that the hammer pushes, so I pump a shot into him, and I just wait, look for more shots, and I see this IS-8 is not looking around. So hammer, not focusing on me, boom. I know that the IS-8 will definitely be trying to find a way to get to me, but I show him an angled side. He's gonna be looking at me, but I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna have nothing with you. They're taken out. Fast forwarded a bit for you guys as usual, you know, not wasting time. Missed my snapshot. This thing is not good for snapshotting at all. I will just put that out there. Let's look at the game. I mean, this game we did around 3.2k, which is definitely good. Or here's a match in the E100. This is a tank that is very well at snapshotting, whereas at the end of that clip I showed that the MAUS was not too good. Here I moved into position and I hid behind a bush because, you know, I just have a strange addiction to bushes. I push forward towards the cap area. I decide that way, if my team isn't gonna push, I am able to spot for them, even though that's supposed to be their job, as we do have few mediums. So over here I do spot the E100. I decide to push it and I do pump a shot to the E100, and I also pump adrenaline as I want to ensure that just in case they do push, I have more shots on them. Over here, object, I hit him. I'm like, I don't need those base points, I'd rather have my HP points instead. I duck down and of course, look who it is. Another E100. You thought it was a MAUS, didn't you? But I try to angle this tank as well. This tank you have to angle differently. You have to keep your turret straight with your whole hull, or else it doesn't work out too well. I pump a round of heat, but it ends up bouncing on the MAUS. That is just what's amazing about the MAUS, just that armor. But the E100 can most likely penetrate with heat in the end if it's close. Try to push this E100. I hit his track, but I decide to use this building as a way to side scrape off of it. I keep continuing trying to push on the C100 I7 because I want to ensure that they're out before we take out the bigger targets. Angling doesn't always help, but it just makes sure that there's a chance for you. So this I7 shows his lower plate. I end up bouncing again. So now I'm pushing. I see that the C100 is low health. There is that little hole just below the turret where I was trying to aim for, but it didn't end up working. Now I'm on reload. I again use the building as a way to side scrape, and this I7 ends up just not being able to get off a good shot. I try to load heat, but it doesn't work out well as he pulls out and somehow he angled it. So now this I7 is turned around. I see when I look around there's no one near, so I keep pushing. And this guy did get a shot, but only into the track. I see this guy's cornered in, so I'm like, you know what? You want a piece of me? I'll make sure that you get it. Now he's stuck, nothing to do. I'm now able to pump a shot of heat into him and pretty much just keep him stuck. Now the 183 has a perfect shot on him, and boom, just like that, you take him out. We're pushing. There have only 2 left. 95 is facing this way as the T-54 and ours just took a hit. I try to snapshot because I want to go get that yak, but it doesn't work out. I mean, this tank can snapshot at possible times, but the MAUS doesn't even compare to this thing. Again, 95 facing, but yak, primary target, and thankfully my teammate was able just to track him, and over here I want to finish him off, but my teammate gets it instead, so I decide to just, you know what, take the free damage, load some high explosive, and boom, pump a shot into the 95 just like that. That is, you could say, a pretty good game in the E100. I mean, not what you could do, but it shows how. So the E100, good tank overall, amazing, not armor wise but gun wise, as it allows you to upgrade it. And I mean, it can take hits, but the MAUS, the armor is just, it bounces a ton of shots, and it takes so many tanks to take it down. But I think the E100 stands out just for it being better overall. So thanks for watching, guys, and continue to show support. Peace out.